Hi, this is Reality Rehash, America's Next Top Model Cycle 13. This is the third show? I think it's the third show.
Third show.
I'm Cheryl.
I'm Amy.
Okay, so this week Amy wasn't able to watch the show. She came in at the judging. So
I saw the Bianca having her photos taken, and then a few people after that, and the judging. So I missed out. You're gonna have to tell me all about it.
You did miss some drama, and it's crazy. So the troublemakers have turned out to be not Bianca. Bianca has a wall up, and yeah, she's a bit of a standoffish kind of girl.
She's a little angry.
But you know who ended up being really bad was Ashley and Lulu.
Lulu.
Ashley's like the teen queen, and Lulu's her little sidekick.
That's
and
too
then
bad.
your Kara also was a little bit of a little sidekick in there.
Too bad.
Like they're the kind of girls that sit around and just pick everybody apart and talk nasty about people and whatever. It's, to me, that's just jealousy. I think it stems from they're afraid of the
like
people.
Young girls in a house,
they are
stuck together.
So
imagine us being stuck together with a bunch of other women.
Yeah, whatever. But so it's the runway week. Okay, so they go and Miss J comes out and he's wearing this like bodice with tulle and a hat, and beside him is this tiny little girl. She's like 6 or 7, wearing the exact same outfit, and they just strut. And the little girl, you wouldn't even believe it, man. She was really
and you
good.
said that Tyra actually
discovered her at a little fashion show, and now she does fashion shows all over the world. And she's like 6 or 7. She does have a good walk, though. I got to tell you, she's got a good walk. Probably because she's a kid and doesn't care.
Yeah,
she's not as all scared as the other girl. So they had to not only do runway, but they had to learn how to do runway walking 2 at a time.
Right.
To learn how to look out the side of your eye and pace each other and to talk to each other before you go out, to say this is what we're going to do at the end and all that stuff. So everybody, now it wasn't as hard, I don't think, this time as he usually is.
Really?
Sometimes he's pretty hard.
Maybe they're not so bad. Maybe they're better than other seasons.
No, they're not. Like, I was watching them going, they all look like they had steel poles up their back. Like, they were just so stiff. They're overthink. That's what they do. They overthink it. So they have to go to a real fashion show for the challenge.
I can't believe they did that already.
I know.
Threw them in like that. That's good.
I mean, it's going to be a tough world for those girls out in the real world. So maybe they're just going to hammer the hell out of them and prep them up to be in that world. So they have to go down a fashion show, and it's a real designer. It's at some Malibu mansion. It's gorgeous there. And over the pool,
Why aren't we ever at those?
I haven't been discovered yet by Tara Banks. But anyways, they have to walk around this thing and down to the bottom. The clothes are really cool. Like,
nice stuff.
Oh, some really nice fashion. And they had to be paired with a regular runway model, which towered over them. And the whole objective was to do such a powerful walk that they didn't get lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did.
So when you were watching the tall and the shorter models,
I tended to go to the short models.
Were there certain people that were like, wow, she's got it?
Bianca looked good.
Yeah.
In it. It was so fast, I can't really remember.
Sure.
But I really thought they held their own. I was a little, because the one's 5'3", like.
Yeah, Sunday.
These are 5'10" girls.
Yeah.
But they looked beautiful, and they did a good job, and they must have loosened up, or the adrenaline or whatever, because they certainly didn't look like they did at their practice, because that was horrible. And they come out. Well, Brittany wins. The one that was laying down on the horse that I always thought is not that good looking. I think she's got very forced features and these glaring eyes. But she wins the challenge, and she gets to pick 2 other contestants, to go and do a prom dress spread in 17 magazine already in the third week.
That's a really cool prize.
Guess who she picks?
I don't know.
She picked Laura, one of your favorites.
Laura is so special.
Who else did she pick? I think she picked Kara and Laura to go. So they all look fantastic, of course. They do wonderfully, and they're happy. And, of course, Ashley and Lulu are just, I did the best, just being really catty and all of that stuff. And before the runway, actually, Brittany was practicing at home, and Ashley and Lulu were just tearing her down.
Oh, really?
You don't. That looks terrible. Don't put your head this way. Do this, and you know, you could see Brittany was starting to like
start to come down
deflate
in
a little.
confidence.
You know, and finally she just walked off and said thank you and left. So it was so sweet that Brittany won. I was,
That's
you know,
awesome.
she wasn't my favorite, or she's not even on my radar, but it's just like a little taste of humble pie for those other girls.
So was Lulu and Ashley, were they kind of bitter?
Oh, they were bitter. They were bitter before they had a reason to be bitter. Yeah. So, anyways, then the challenge, the photograph, they have to look tall. So, of course, they boofed their hairs up, except for Bianca. They did not put anything on Bianca. She just had her normal.
I did see Bianca have her photo taken, and she actually wasn't complaining about anything.
Yeah, but they all did pretty good. Now, Bianca did so well on the runway, put her neck down, which took a whole lot of
ridiculous. Her photo
with her dress,
horrible. Her photo looked absolutely horrible.
So anyways, so the winner this week, who looked absolutely gorgeous, and I got to tell you, she's coming up in my eyes, is your Kara. The one that I didn't know about.
Kara's pretty.
Yeah, she was stretched out, and she elongated her neck. And of course,
the girl with the blonde eyebrows and the blonde hair.
She got second. She got picked second.
She looked incredible.
She's a beautiful girl. She is a beautiful girl. Now, Bloody Eyeballs doing really well.
Bloody Eyeballs, awesome.
Yeah, now when they got home, Bianca and Bloody Eyeball, well, a bunch of them were in the jacuzzi, and then everybody left. It was Bloody Eyeball and Bianca in the pool, and so I'll call her Nicole. Her name's Nicole. I'll stop calling her Bloody Eyeball. It's just so funny. But anyways, Nicole's in the pool, and she's a really down-to-earth girl, which I think is acting a lot more normal than I expected. I expected her to be kind of really odd, and people just kind of diving on her because of her oddity, but she's actually just kind of mellow and quiet. So she's in there talking to Bianca, trying to get Bianca to be softer in her face, because they keep saying that you're too hard,
so
you're too hard.
Absolutely,
and not just being a catty help like Lulu and Ashley were doing to Brittany. She was sincerely trying to help Bianca, and then of course they start talking, and Bianca reveals a little bit more about her past, and that she was very abused, going in a hospital. She said how she was lying to all her friends and family and coworkers and stuff, and that she just recently got out of this relationship. So it's
she has a lot of lightning,
you know. And then she had heard Lulu had told her about something someone had said that Bianca thought that she was her friend, and so that put up Bianca's walls, and that's what Bianca said. I put up walls. I can't help it. It's protection. I'm still not over it, and whatever.
You better smarten up, or you're gonna get the boot.
So Nicole leaves, and she comes, wraps a towel around, and goes in the living room. And there's Lulu, Ashley, and your Kara. You better stop hanging around with that.
I like how every person that I like is she's mine.
So
she's mine.
Okay. So anyways, they're like, what are you hanging around with Bianca for? And Nicole's going, I don't know, we were just talking, we were having a bonding moment, she was telling me a little bit about herself, and they're like, she's just using you, whatever. Well, Nicole, Bloody Eyeball, goes, it's very uncomfortable in here right now. And I just thought, good for you. And she was saying, you know, how they go on interview by themselves. She was saying, you know, they're just like the high school Chris's, and then the sidekicks, and that. So then judging comes, and they do all the pictures, which I think they're a good bunch this year. They all pretty much, you know, I think it's spooky when they don't have a good picture. But then it gets down to the bottom two. Bye-bye, Lulu. I wonder if Ashley will be so bitchy now that Lulu's gone. Because, you know, some people like that need that sidekick. Or maybe Carol will move in and be your sidekick. Who knows?
No, Kara's not going to. Kara's going to be good. I know.
Well, I hope so, because I'm starting to actually like her. So that's all we have time for.
I'll watch it next week.
Yeah, watch next week. Kind of be under control. Anyways, that's the America's Next Top Model Cycle 13 edition of Reality Rehash. I'm Cheryl.
I'm Amy.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.